Alright, I'm back with some out of the park baseball. We are obviously still the Guardians, and we lost the last game that we played against Tampa Bay. Now we play the good old Cincinnati Reds. So it looks like we're going against Reed Lauder, Andrew Abbott, and Chase Burns. So go ahead and get to this first game, and we'll start the recording. We're going to hop into this game here. We are at Cincinnati, and I believe we won the last series against Tampa Bay, but we did lose the last one 6-5. We are 4.5 games back. Our starting rotation is doing well. Bullpen, not so much, besides Andrew Walters, who has just been performing so well that we've put him into the closer role over Cade Smith, which I would have never anticipated that. But I mean, with a .6 ERA and he's just been shut down, he can't really be ignored anymore. So we're just gonna leave the default lineups, what's there, and jump in. In real life, Gabby Arias is injured right now, but we also have Juan Brito trying to play second base, and that is not going too well. Looks like it's going to be a 1-2-3 inning for us here. Not for them. They're going to get a leadoff hit, and I guess that is going to be a bunting double play, so we'll certainly take that, and then immediately gets another single, but he's able to work around the 2 hits with the double play. Tristan Casas strikes out. Dylan Cruz is going to pop out. Now Martinez is out, so nothing happening for us. A lot easier of a start this inning. Although he gives up a walk, he gets another strikeout. Or just first strikeout. I thought he had one already, but that was the walk. I think I was confusing. So far so good for Gavin. Kybird is going to pop out. Gabby Arias is going to get a single here with 1 out to opposite field. So a good start for him this game. Brian Rocchio is going to fly out here to left field. Stephen Kwan is going to follow that up with an infield single. So we have 2 guys on base with 2 outs. Luis Garcia, he's going to pop out there. So nothing happened for us. We did get a little ash on the base paths, which is good with the 2 hits. Kevin Williams is at 40 pitches, gives up his 3rd hit on the day. They're going for a lot of small ball. So I guess that's going to get them first and third with that single up the middle. Walks a batter, and we're pitching at batter, so we're not even trying to pitch around, and good old grand slam. So about the worst result that you could get there, unfortunately for Gavin. Just wasn't able to get it done. Jose pops out. Our offense is also not getting it done. Dylan Cruz gets out, so still 4-0. He's at 68 pitches. And if this gets any uglier, he might be staying in and pitching a lot of pitches this game. But Angel is going to get a leadoff walk. Kybert is going to hit a double, which is going to score Angel all the way from first base and put a runner on second base, cutting down the lead or the deficit to 3. The ground ball is going to move him to third. Brian Rocchio is going to then double himself. It's a weird animation of a double, but yeah, that was kind of goofy looking. But that's going to switch spots with him. So now we're down 2-4. Kwan is going to ground out, advancing a runner to third, but getting us to 2 outs. Luis Garcia is going to hit a double, it looks like. But he's going to have to come out of the game, but it does cut down the lead to just 1, which is good. So he's playing first base today, so it looks like we're just going to bring in Kyle, I should say, Kyle Manzardo, to come in and play some first base for us. Jose Ramirez is going to, our best hitter is going to get out, which is unfortunate. Gavin is at 84, so this will probably be his last inning. Gives up a solo home run just to make sure the deficit is as difficult as possible to get caught up with 2 outs here. He's going to get the last out. He better. There we go. So we're still down 2. Casas is back up. He's going to hit a solo home run to opposite field. And that's just going to get over. Well, I guess that left field is kind of short, but we're down 1 again. Dylan Cruz is going to get his first hit of the day to right field. So a lot of opposite field hits today. We're going to try to get him to steal second. We're going to see if he can even steal third. Okay, he doesn't want to. It's a single. Dylan Cruz goes to third. Actually didn't give me the option to have him go home. That's actually wild with the amount of speed that he has. We're going to get Angel to go to second. He gets caught, which is kind of annoying. They walk Kybert. Gabby Arias. He is going to... They're going to throw it to home. Oh, he's safe at home. Okay. We'll certainly take that result. Another double for Brian Rocchio, which is going to give us a 6-5 lead. So great comeback here. Juan is going to pop out here for the second out of the inning. Kyle Manzardo, who came in for the injured Luis Garcia, is going to somehow hit an infield hit. That looks like more in air, but that will give us another run. Jose is going to ground out there, but we score 4 runs after scoring 3 in the previous inning. So Gavin Williams is actually, I think he's in line for the win, strangely enough. But we're into the 6th inning now. So we're going to look for some more guys to bring in. Carson Coleman is going to get the 6th inning at least. Gives up a walk here with 2 outs, and he's able to hold the lead there. Casas grounds out. Dylan Cruz flies out, and Angel Martinez is going to hit a single here. He's going to steal second. Kyber Ruiz is going to pop out there, so no action for us. He's at 13 pitches. We're going to go ahead and sub him out. We're going to give Carlos Fernandez the opportunity to pitch another scoreless inning. He's come back up after bouncing up and down with us, and has pitched a little bit better. As I say, okay, he actually did. So saying it as he's still pitching. So trying to jinx him. Did not work successfully, which is good. So still 7-5. 8th inning now. So we're going to bring in Armstrong. He's going to give up a leadoff double. Get the first out, getting him the second. Strikeout swinging. We're getting an RBI single. So he's trying to blow the lead all himself. So I don't know if that counts as a hold when you give up a run like that. Hopefully we can get a little bit more action here. So Jojo Romero walks the first batter. Jose Ramirez is going to ground out, which advances Kyle Manzardo to second base with 1 out. Tristan Casas is going to hit a single, which is going to score Kyle Manzardo, which gives us that run that we gave back in the last inning back to us. So it is still 8-6. Dylan Cruz is going to hit a single, which is going to advance both runners there. That's like our 3rd infield hit. But it makes sense for Dylan Cruz because he's fast. Angel Martinez is going to pop out to home, and Kybert is going to strike out here. So we do get a run back across, and it's time to bring in our stud new closer, Andrew Walters, who's 5 for 5 on saves this year. Immediately gives up a single, and immediately gives up another single. Gets the first out. The tying run is in scoring position, and they score a run. Okay. The trailing runner is out, though, so there's 2 outs there. And that is it. So he gives up a run, a couple of hits, but he is successful in getting another save. So a little bit of a sketchy close for him, but that's save number 6. And so it does count for Sean Armstrong that he gets a hold. So actually all 3 of those guys get holds. And Gavin Williams actually gets the win despite giving up 5 earned runs. So kind of surprising there, but we had enough offense, which is always going to be the key. So we'd love to see that. All right, so we'll jump into the second game here. Why is Lene Sosa getting the start? We want... So, Luis is hurt. Oh, so we got to jump out. Hold up. I didn't realize it gave us the diagnosis that quick. All right, so we're going to not waive him, place him on the injured list for 10 days. Go down to AAA. We have a couple of different guys that we could bring up, but we're just going to bring up Daniel Schneemann. And so unfortunately, that's going to... so he was playing first. So we're just going to plop Casas into there because Manzardo was our DH. Or jump in for this game against the Reds. Lene Sosa is being subbed out for Travis Bazzana. We're going to give him another start. And really meant to start him in the last game. I forgot that we had him up at the major league level. His average was really low. He's had a couple hits though, so it's 150, which is not crazy high, but just a little bit higher. All right, we'll see if Quan gets a second. He can. Tristan Casas is going to strike out swinging. We just plopped him into the 2-hole, which might not have been the best choice, I guess. But Kyle Manzardo is going to hit a double here down the right field line, which is going to score the first run of the game and score Stephen Kwan, get him the second. Cruz is going to follow that up with a single up the middle for himself and is going to give us a second run here in the top of the first. Angel Martinez is going to hit a single of himself. It's got to give us... we try. So he probably gets thrown out, right? So yeah, he got thrown out at home. We got Chris Bubik from the Royals, so we have him starting for us. And immediately gives up a single and gets a double play. So pretty quick inning for him, so that's good. So we still have the 2-0 lead. Arias gets out. Ruiz gets out. Bazana is going to ground out as well. Bubik is going to ground out. We could start pinch hitting for more guys as well, since I'm in control of these games. Could be beneficial to do at different times later in the games, especially if we get a lead. All right, we get a single there. So that's going to get Quan to third, Manzardo to first with 2 outs for Cruz. And he is going to hit at the left field, so we still have our lead for now. Looks like it's going to be a 1-2-3 inning for them, which is really good. So we got them, have another good starting pitcher. And to make it so we don't have, I can really forget his name, but the one Guardians pitcher in real life, he's also struggling. Let's find that out. That's going to bug me. It's a player that we got for Josh Naylor from Arizona. Oh, Slade Saccone. That's who it is. So, yeah, we don't want to have to be playing him if we can manage it. Bazana is going to hit a single to left field, getting runners on first and second. And that's going to be it, but that's a good result for Bazana. Bubik is going to give up a bunt hit. And then that ground ball is going to get him to second base. Elidor Cruz rolls into a fielder's choice for the second out. He's still only at 47 pitches, so he's pitching really efficient. Tristan Casas is going to ground out here. Jose Ramirez is going to hit a single in between third and shortstop. We're going to have him hopefully steal second base. He does, in fact, steal second base. Manzardo strikes out, unfortunately. Dylan Cruz is going to hit a single, which is going to score Jose Ramirez from second. So that steal comes up clutch. So now we have a 3-0 lead. Dylan Cruz is going to hopefully steal. He does steal second. Angel Martinez is going to ground out. So unfortunately, nothing happening there for us besides that good run, which we'll always take if we're able to score in an inning. And a fantastic start so far for Chris Bubik. He is pumping through these batters. A leadoff double for Gabriel Arias, which is going to get to the right field wall. Almost was a home run. Kyber Ruiz is going to then make that up and hit it to almost literally the same spot. But this time it is a home run, so we have a 5-0 lead. Bazana is going to reach on an error, so not quite a hit, but he's getting on base. He's getting an opportunity to steal second base. He does just that. Quan is going to hit a sacrifice fly, which is going to get Travis to third. Casas is going to strike out looking, which is unfortunate for him. Is there a way to see his stats on the day? So let me see if I can do box score. So Casas is 0 for 4. So we are going to substitute him out. So we're going to put Lene Sosa in for him at second, put him at first, and then look at the box score. Anyone else? So literally everyone else besides him has a hit. I guess Stephen Kwan doesn't. But he's had 3 at-bats as well. It's also Stephen Kwan, so I have a little bit more loyalty to him. So I don't necessarily want to take him out. But, yeah, we'll return to there. So we'll do that quick substitution there. We got Bazana on third with 2 outs for Jose Ramirez, who's going to hit a double here, giving us another run, which is really nice to have. So it is 6-0. Our offense is exploding this game. And so we can really push Bubik really hard and just pitch at every batter and just let him just continue to do good work. He's at 85 pitches now. So we'll have to count at 92 pitches now. 97, but he's able to work out of that jam. So I think that's going to be it for him. But Dylan Cruz has 2 hits for day for their new pitcher. He has 3 hits on the day. I'm talking about getting other guys in the game, but everyone's getting hits. The only person that wasn't was Travis Casa. I guess we're up 6. We don't really need to worry about trying to steal and be aggressive like that. Angel Martinez gets walked there, so we have two guys on base. For Arias, who has one hit on the day, he's going to hit a 3-run home run, so that is absolutely fantastic. So what we're going to do here, since now we have a lot of good things happening with us, we're going to get some other guys in. So we're going to put Cooper Engel in for Kybert, give him an at bat, since now we're up 9. And Daniel Schneemann, we will put in for Quan in left field. And Brian Roque, well, we'll leave Brian Rocchio there. Don't really want to take him all the way out. So we'll leave Brian Rocchio out just in case we need to bring someone in. But we'll give Cooper Engel an at bat or two, probably just one. Lozana is gonna follow that. So he's reached base every time he's been up with a hit, a walk, and a reach on air. Daniel Schneemann is gonna hit a single infield single here, getting guys on first and second with one out. Lene Sosa, who he pinched hit for Tristan Casas, is going to strike out looking. Jose Ramirez, he is going to strike out looking as well, but we do get 3 more runs across. Chris Bubik is at a really nice 100 pitches, so we have a couple different guys that we can bring in. So because we're up 9, we're kind of looking at someone that was potentially struggling a bit this year. So just looking at our highest ERA is Tim Herron, so that makes it quite an easy decision. And just let him wheel and deal in. This would really be a good Slate Saccone time, but we have waived him into AAA to make space for him for I forget who we brought up. Probably I forget his name. I believe it was for Carson. So that's who we brought up for him, which I mean he's a better pitcher anyway, so we're not too worried about that. Graham Ashcraft is in. Manzardo is going to get a walk here with no outs. Dylan Cruz is going to get a strikeout here. Angel Martinez is going to hit a single. We've had a lot of hits today. It's an infield single. That's our 14th hit. Gabby Arias is going to hit into a double play, unfortunately. So Tim Herron, he's at 20 pitches. I feel like we can just make him pitch another inning. Gets a double play there. And pitches a quick 8th. So he's gave us 2 productive innings. Cooper Engel is going to get a single here. Leading off the top of the 9th with a productive hit. Lozana is going to hit a single. It's his 2nd hit of the day. So he's starting to heat up as well. We'd love to see that. Yeah, he's up to a 208 average, so he's moving in the right direction. Daniel Schneemann is going to hit a sacrifice fly, giving us a nice 10 runs on the day. Our offense is coming alive, which is we'd love to see, and our pitching is doing fantastic. So they do a pickoff throw the first from the catcher. Lane Sosa is going to strike out here. And Jose Ramirez is going to get a walk here, extending the inning just a little bit more. Manzardo, he is going to strike out. But we do get another run across, so we're up to 10. And the perfect opportunity for, honestly, I'm between the two, but we could bring in some, probably Hunter Gaddis, just in case we need a lefty tomorrow. So we'll let Hunter Gaddis get this last inning, and he's got 10 runs to play with, so he better pitch well, because he's going to be staying in for a while. So there he goes. He works around it. And we're able to blank them, pitch a combined shutout. So Chris Bubik, a recent acquisition. I think that's his first start with us. He pitched really well, 6 innings, 4 hits, 1 walk, 6 strikeouts, and even 100 pitches. And Tim Herron pitched well despite having 2 walks, and Hunter Gaddis struck out the side despite giving up 2 hits there. So really great day of, I mean, just all around baseball with everyone coming in. Daniel Schneemann came in, got a pinch hit base hit. Same with Cooper Engel. He came in and got a hit. Bazana had 2 hits, so I mean, can't really ask for much more than that. So, going for the sweep against the Royals, we have a bunch of guys that I believe we signed. I have no idea who these people are. Oh yeah, I think we signed a bunch of like 18-year-olds that we might have released. All right, so Corey Avant and Yondre Contreras. Contreras. Oh, we don't mind training Alex Mooney, but we kind of want Carlos Hernandez. He's pitching well right now, so not worried about that trade. And Parker Mesick pitching well down in AAA. We don't really have a good spot for him. We have a lot of guys up here, so our bullpen is doing pretty well. Everyone's under a 4 ERA. Which is, just a good snapshot, I suppose. But we don't really have anyone hitter-wise to bring down. So unfortunately for him, he has to continue to wheel and deal down there. But we have to face Chase Burns today, so a really good pitcher. We're down 4 games now instead of 4.5. And they should have a decent offense. We're going to give Kwan the day off and let Schneemann lead off and play left field. Jose is getting the day off there. Vazana is going to play second again. And we're going to let Rocchio play third. Can you play third? All right, we're going to do a couple things. So we're going to put Vazana at first. Play Sosa at third. We're going to bring Vazana up there. We might be throwing this game with this kind of lineup, but we're getting some guys in. We're not depending on Kristen Casas, although we do have him in if we want. But we'll see if we get some offense going. So nothing happened in this first inning. Joey Cantillo leads off with a walk, followed by another walk. So he immediately gets injured, which is actually kind of disastrous. That's really not good. So we're going to have a bullpen game, which is a little bit spooky. Also like how it changed the role of... I don't know why it does that, but it doesn't really matter. All right, we got to mix and match a little bit. So this one's going to be an interesting one. So I guess we'll bring in Carson. We might be losing this one. I think we're kind of... So they got a 1-0 lead. We're going to need some offense, and we don't have a lot of our guys in. They're getting days off today. So we get a leadoff hit, but he strikes out, a fly out. And Brian Rocchio is going to pop out there. Carson needs to get through, hopefully, this inning quickly so he can pitch a third. So he does that. Cooper Engel grounds out. Lene Sosa grounds out. Daniel Schneemann, he is going to strike out. Chase Burns might have our number today. All right, we're going to hope that Carson gets through this. He does. So he might pitch a little bit in the next inning. He already has 4 strikeouts on the day. Elideo Cruz gets injured on the dive, but he's able to stay in the game. Manzardo is going to ground out, so at least we're not striking out. Gabriel Arias is going to pop out here. So no offense for us yet. Carson, we're going to give him, hopefully gets through this inning. That would really help our bullpen out. 2-out double. Gives up a walk. Just get one more batter. All right. He gives up a run, but he got through another inning, which is big. Chase Burns gets his 5th strikeout. Angel gets a single here with 1 out. Rocchio pops out. Cooper Engel, he is going to get out. But we definitely got to take him out. He's way over his stamina for the day. So we're just kind of in a rough spot here. So Simbrowski, or we'll just bring in Hernandez again. So hopefully he can get us a couple, but 1 out here. It's now 3-0. So yeah, this one's going to be a rough one. So unless we're starting to score some runs, we might be chalked. We have 2 guys on base with 2 outs. And that's going to be it. So Hernandez is just going to keep staying in until we score some runs. So hopefully he pitches well. Chase Burns is just getting us all out. Two-run home run. So yeah, Hernandez will just stay in the rest of this game. This is what will make our bullpen ERA seem worse because of a game like this, but we're not having any offense. Hernandez just needs to throw it over the middle. But I don't think we're scoring. Yeah, so they managed to take one from us, but we put in a backup lineup and we didn't really get any. I mean, only 4 hits, not really too good. So we'll play the series against the Diamondbacks as well. Juan Bellows a starting pitching prospect. I mean, this might be the perfect time to trade. The ERA went up to 9 because of that game. Yeah, I'm actually down with that trade because we were just gonna waive him anyway to make a spot for another person on the roster, which is gonna be Parker Messick. So we burned his arm out and then waived him like a complete, absolute psychopath. But you know what? That's what you got to do. What you got to do sometimes. You don't have anyone down there that looks like they're ready to come up. Jace only batting 203 at AAA in 22 games, but I think we just keep Mazana up. We just keep him rocking and rolling. All right, so we're at the trade deadline day anyway. Slade Ciccone, we do have him as well, but he just is struggling every time he comes up. Although, um, yeah, we don't really have any ability to get him onto the roster anyway, unless we dropped another pitcher. We're at the trade deadline day. I don't know why the AI does trades like this. Like, I didn't initiate any of these trades, but they were seemingly trying to do all that for me. I'm not really sure why. I don't really like that because they're not trades that they ever accept. Um, Look at Freddie Peralta. No interest. We don't really have any money to make any trades anyway. Zach Wheeler's also there. He doesn't want to come to our team apparently. Pretty toxic. Robbie Ray. So I think a lot of these guys are just too expensive for us to actually be able to get. Shane Bieber. Look at free agency really quick as well. I mean, there is someone like, a couple of these guys that we can just throw in AAA just to have a backup. Guys, you can just kind of burn through their arm and then just dump them off when you're done with them. But, yeah, it's good enough for now. We're good on hitters, though. We don't really need any backup hitters and stuff like that. It's just nice to have extra bullpen arms. Arias also has 13 home runs on the year. We're actually going to give him another opportunity to be higher up in the lineup and just kind of rock and roll with that. But let's jump into our series against the Diamondbacks. So we did win 2 out of 3 against the Reds, so that part is good. They have Eduardo Rodriguez up, and we have Tanner Bybee that is on the bump. We're going to look at our lineup here. We're going to put Lozana in at second base. Arias is getting the day off for Brian Rocchio, which, he doesn't need. And Schneeman, the average is creeping up a little bit. And I think we'll let Casas have the start today. Although it's a lefty pitcher, so what we're going to do actually is take Casas out, let Lene Sosa go in at second, Vazana go to first, which really there's no reason to put Vazana in. Eh. We're gonna go with our gut here and keep him at what we had. We got most of our good hitters back in the lineup. We got a good pitcher in. Pitchers are back to having good energy. Immediately gives up a leadoff single. A fly out, and a ground out. So quick work of that inning. Juan is going to lead off with a ground out. Arias is going to get a double here. So maybe he's worked his way back up. His average still, was, at like 200, but just has so many hits and RBIs. Let's actually look. This is where the expected average. So his hard hit is pretty low. His expecting batting average is only 215. So like my vibes of like what he's doing is not that good, but his fielding is really good. So he's valuable in the field. He's hitting a ton of home runs per or home run fastballs, I guess. But like some of his metrics are interesting, but um I don't know. He's performing. They're going to trade spots there, though. Jose Ramirez is going to hit a double here, which is going to score Gabi Arias, which is going to give us the lead here in the bottom of the first. Cal Mazzardo is going to strike out swinging. Dylan Cruz is going to strike out swinging as well, but we do take the quick lead. Flyouts, another flyout, and 3 flyouts this inning. So 1, 2, 3 for them with all 3 flyouts. Angel Martinez is going to get a leadoff walk here. Tristan Casas is going to strike out looking. Kyber Ruiz is going to hit a single, which is going to allow Angel to get to third. So that's really good. Kyber is at first base for Chavez Bazana, who's going to fly out, unfortunately. Kind of more of a line out if that's... Oh, yeah, it was a line drive. Guess it's listed fly out, and then in parentheses it says line out. Steven Kwan is going to... Oh, that's so close to landing. He's going to get out as well. We still have our lead here. He's at 27 pitches, so... Seems to be at a pretty good pace, especially if he keeps going 1, 2, 3 like this. Gabi Arias is going to strike out. Jose is going to get his second hit of the day with a single up the middle, and then hopefully be able to steal second base. He's not going to, but Kyle Mazzaro is going to hit a double here, which is going to get Jose to third. He had to hold up and wait for the ball to drop. I don't think it's going to give us the option for him to get to home. We have runners on second and third for Dylan Cruz with an RBI opportunity. He is going to hit a single up the middle, which is going to keep him at first and score us a run. We're going to send him to second base. No throw with the steal. Angel is going to strike out swinging. Tristan Casas is going to ground out there. We do get another run across, which is good. Tanner Bybee is pitching well again today. So hopefully that continues. And another 1, 2, 3 inning. So I think he's only had like 1 base runner today, which is really good. Bazana is going to hit a single here. I think he's only hit singles for us, but I'll certainly take any offensive production from him. He's trying to take over that second base spot, or first base, really, depending on who we have to have in the lineup. So he does steal second base. Kwan is going to hit a single here. What? That's so bizarre. An infield single at 43 miles per hour. I mean, that's realistic to where it would land, but that's crazy that it worked out like that. We're going to try to get him to steal second base, which prevents a double play. Gabi Arias is going to hit a ground ball, which is going to get him another RBI. Gabi Arias is still leading the team in RBIs, which is hilarious. Jose Ramirez is going to fly out and end the inning there. So we do get another run across. So we have a 3-0 lead for Tanner Bybee, who's at 56 pitches. So that's a second hit he's given up today. It's a fielder's choice to second base. And that is it. So only 2 hits on the day, 1 in the first and 1 in the fifth. I don't think he's given up any other base runners. Mansardo is going to lead off with a walk here, which we love to see. Dylan Cruz is going to follow it up with a strikeout, unfortunately. Angel Martinez, he's going to pop out. And Tristan Casas, he's going to watch the wild pitch. And then he's going to fly out, unfortunately. Man, they even brought in a righty to face him. Or at least that would face him. A leadoff double for Joncel Luis, who is extremely fast. Ground ball is going to advance him to third. We're going to pitch at the batter. Sacrifice fly. So they do get a run across. His shutout has gone away. And he is going to give up a triple here with 2 outs. But he's going to only give up that 1 run, which is good to see. Kybert is going to ground out there. Bazana is going to ground out. Steven Kwan is then going to ground out as well. So a quick inning for us. He's at 87 pitches, so we're going to hope that he gets through this 7th. That would be really nice. 2 outs with the runner on second. And that is going to be it for him. So 7 productive innings of 1-run baseball. Almost had him shut out, but had a little bit of a sticky spot there in the 6th inning. Jose is going to hopefully steal second. He does just that. Manzardo is going to ground out. Dylan Cruz He's going to pop out, so we're not able to get Jose in. Tanner Bybee, 99 pitches, really productive game for him. So we have several guys that are ready to come in. So Parker, who we just brought up for the injured Joey Sable? Someone that's injured, but we brought him up to fill in that spot. And who did we bring him up for? I don't even know. Oh, Carlos Hernandez, who, yeah, we just threw to the Wolves. Pretty toxic on my part. But Kate Smith is going to come in for the 8th inning here. What a great luxury to have. Most teams' closer. We have him as our setup man. He's able to get a hold there despite giving up some base runners. Bottom of the 8th here, we're going to get a single from Tristan. His first hit in a while. Kybert is going to hit a ground out, which is going to get him the second. Bazana is going to get out. So no runs for us, but we're going to bring in, hopefully, our long-term closer. 0.87 ERA. He did give up a run his last time in his last opportunity. Giving up 2 hits here. Second out. When he blew his first save of the year, unfortunately. The game is now tied. Bottom of the 9th here. We need some action. Arias is going to strike out. Jose, he's going to get out. So unfortunately, Andrew Walters had his first bad outing of the year. We're going to bring in, they have a righty up. Probably bring in Sean Armstrong. Now we're kind of, we're not ready. Of course, we get 7 innings from our starter, and then we blow the lead. All right, we get the first out there. Do we want to pitch against him instead of Cattell? I think we intentionally walk him. 5-3. So we have blown this game wide open. Disappointing for sure. So 5-3. Manzardo is going to hit leadoff with a single though. Jose is at third. So we have the time run on first base. We are going to pinch run for Al Manzardo. And so hopefully he doesn't get another at bat. Or put Schneeman in there. So a little bit better speed, but Dylan Cruz is going to watch the wild pitch. That gets the tying run into scoring position. Juan Morello just threw that. Dylan Cruz is going to strike out. That's diabolical. On Hill is going to ground out, getting the runner, tying run to third. For Tristan Casas, he's going to strike out. Fantastic throw by our team. So unfortunately, Tanner Bybee pitched fantastic, gave up 1 run in 7 innings, but Andrew Walters blew the save, unfortunately. Maybe we're thinking too much about our closing position, but I mean, he was doing better than Kate Smith. Kate Smith had several blown saves, but I mean, now we're kind of between the two. Kind of between the two now. Down to 4.5 games back. So we dropped the first one against Tampa Bay against the Diamondbacks. I think Dylan Cruz got a little bit better. Juan Brito's hurt. Oh, yeah, I forgot we brought him up. Dean Curley. All right, well, let's hope this one goes a bit better. We'd love to have a little bit more offense. They have a right-handed pitcher that is on the bump today. And Gabby Arias is getting the start again. They're really obsessed about making the at-bats even, and I do not care about that. All right, Bryce Elder is on the bump today. Seems like every leadoff batter to I's disastrous start of the game for him. So they do get a run to start out the game. Threw a lot of pitches as well. We do lead off with a double here with Stephen Kwan, which is going to get all the way to the wall. Arias is going to follow up with a strikeout. We strike out a lot too. as he strikes out too. Yeah, so we get a guy on base, scoring position with no outs, and nobody's able to even put the ball in play to move him. A solo home run. Okay, guy's like 90 speed. Bryce Elder struggling here. 2-0 lead for them. We need some offense. Not good. Man, Bryce Elder is sucking. All right, we get a walk here. Lozano's going to hit a single. Been a single machine. He's basically Tony Gwynn Jr. Ground ball is going to advance both the runners. That's all we needed there. See what Arias is able to do. Sacrifice fly. Maybe we get one run back. Jose. It's going to pop out there. At least put it in play this time. Alex Thomas strikes out. Ground ball out. So still 3-1 for us. Manzardo is going to lead off with a pop out. Cruz is going to strike out. Angel Martinez is going to get a walk. Kybert, he's going to pop out. Only 2 hits for us so far today. Bryce is at 65 pitches, so he's settled down a bit. 3 runs isn't horrible, but when we're not scoring anything, we need a little bit more from him, unfortunately. But we should be able to get more than 3 runs in a game. So he's up to 6 strikeouts. 7 strikeouts. All right. 6th inning, bottom of the 6th inning for us. We're still not doing anything offensively until Manzardo gets a hit here with 2 outs. Dylan Crew is 0 for 2. He is 0 for 3, so we're going to go ahead and pinch or sub him out. We'll let Schneemann go in and get out for him. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Bryce Elder is at 99 pitches, so we're going to go ahead and take him out of the game. They have a lefty up. Is he a switch hitter? He is, so it doesn't really matter which side that he's on. We get Dombrowski a chance to pitch. Gives up a single, of course. Ground ball gets him the second. He steals third, of course, because he's super fast. Ground ball actually keeps him at third, and they get him run. Good job, Dombrowski. Good job, buddy. Well, we're not getting any offense, so a run here or there is not going to matter when we're not doing anything. We do get a 1-out hit. Casas is going to pop out. Lozana is going to hit another single here. Guess they gave that to him a single. It didn't count as an error. His average is up to 229, so it is moving up in the right direction. Juan gets out. Dombrowski, we're going to see if he can get through another inning. Gives up a walk there. Give him one more batter. So, pretty productive. Got through 2 for us. A double here with 1 out for Jose. Manzardo is going to fly out. Man, we're just not getting any clutch hitting. Schneemann is going to be out. So, nothing happening for us from an offensive standpoint. We're going to bring in Gaddis today. It's 1 strikeout, a fly out, and a fly out. So we have 1 more chance to score, and it does not look like we're going to. Nope, 1 run. That's just embarrassing. Just embarrassing. So now we're down 5.5 games. Ben Joyce is out. Yeah, we lost CJ Kafis for the year. Or, well, actually most of the year. Chase DeLauder. It's like he's going to be back in a couple of days. But he wasn't doing too much for us anyway. Oh, all right. We got Kobe Allard back. That was a great trade that we got. He stunk for us. I guess that was his second game that he pitched for us. No, he didn't even pitch that bad. Maybe just give Parker Messick back his role. Move Bazana up in the lineup a little bit. He's been getting singles a lot. They have a lefty on the bump today. If you don't mind giving is Bazana, he's still 100% rested, so we're gonna let Bazana play. Despite it not being the correct righty-lefty matchup. Man, they really want to give Rokio some at bats. I do not care about getting Rokio at bat. He's batting 230, like he's expecting batting average is 228. So I mean, I ain't worried about him getting at bats. Is Kyber fatigued? He's at 99% energy. We leave him in. Honestly, I'm just gonna put Schneemann in. Not even the correct matchups, but you know what? We're just gonna go with it. All right, Gavin, we need a perfect game for you, otherwise we lose. We might score a run. That might be it. Might not be even a run. Nothing happening. First hit of the game. Sack bunt didn't work. One hit for them, but no offense. Our first hit of the game, Tristan Casas. Kyber's gonna watch the wild pitch. A walk here. Daniel Schneemann is his. Let's see if he's able to bunt for us. Misses the first bunt. Misses the second bunt. Fantastic. Strikes out. Even better. Juan gets walked here. Bases loaded with one out. Gabby Arias is going to hit a single here, so the bases are still loaded. Wasn't sure if that was a sacrifice or not. Ramirez strikes out looking. Okay, buddy. Manzardo. Ball. So we have a ton of action on the base paths. Gavin's still pitching well, though. So he has one run of run support. Mazana is going to strike out. Angel strikes out. And he strikes out the side. One out. Walks a batter. An error gets him the third. A fielder's choice. Looks like we got the play at home. So, oh no, they still score. Fantastic. He boxed a run. I don't even have words. That is the dumbest thing. He boxed a run in. Then they get a hit and they get 3. That is so stupid. We need offense so bad. A fly out. That's really useful. There we go. A double. My goodness. All right. So we have the tying run on second base. Jose, not clutch. Unfortunate. Gavin's only at 75, so he should be able to get through unless he boxes another run. Gives up a 2-out double. Walks a guy. Just get the last out. Dude, Gavin. Now we're down 4. Yeah, this was like so much on Gavin. This is crazy, but let Timmy's apparently just give up 15 more runs. Wow. Dude, what is this? This is so depressing. Tim Herron walked 3 people. And we're going to score 2 runs again. Now, Tim's pitching the rest of this game. And he's getting waived. Can't believe this. We were doing so well, and it's just the wheels fell off when Gavin boxed in a run. It's the dumbest thing. And we're gonna get swept by the Diamondbacks. Yeah, Slade's not even able. Whatever. Whatever, Slade. He's there just in case we need to ruin his arm more and make him pitch. No, we have Ben Joyce coming off the IL anyway. Perfect. Sorry, Slade. So Dylan Cruz, it's been struggling. A lot of different guys have been struggling. I think we waive a spot so we can make space for him. Chase DeLauder is going to get back in the lineup here. We're going to switch him with Bazana. And we hope we can spoil the series. Oh no, is that it? Were we just swept? Wait, I have to actually look at that. Yeah, we just got swept. Wow, that sucks. Well, not a great way to end that series in that video, but alas, that's how it is. So that's it for now. Talk to you on the next one. Peace. All right, so we're going to record one more video. So we're going to go ahead and start that now. So we're coming off a good series and a bad one. So we just got swept by the Diamondbacks. We're 22 out of 30 in the power rankings, so not a very good team. We did get Chase DeLauder back from the IL. We did get Ben Joyce back from the IL as well, so we threw him back into the lineup. I don't know. I don't know. I think we might just have a bad team this year, unfortunately. So it might just be a struggling year. A lot of different pieces that just aren't working. And but our dude's in. It's like he's rested. I'm trying to win games. That's not with Dylan Cruz in right now. We're going with that. I mean, Joey Cantillo, I think he was an all-star for us at 2.42 ERA. Been pitching really well. Gotta get him some run support, but it's like he's going to give up a single here with 2 outs, steal second base, but he's able to work around that. Juan leads off with a strikeout, another strikeout, a solo home run. So there we go, some early offense. We tried to get Peralta too, I believe. Is it Freddie Peralta? Yeah, we tried to trade for him. We would have traded for him, the Mets. We would have traded for Mets, but they didn't want to trade us. They want to give us some. 2 hits in the first inning, 3 hits. Chase DeLauder back fresh off the IL. No stint needed in AAA to get back his legs under him or whatever he hurt. 1-0 lead for us, which certainly not enough based on how bad our pitching's been. But Joey Cantillo might be all he needs. Ground out here with 2 outs. Angel gets out. So a 2-out walk, and that is it. So we still have our lead here. Juan gets a walk. Arias gets a fly out. Roger flies out. Cal Manzardo hits a double, which is going to score the runner from first and get him to second. So we'd love to see that. Chase DeLauder. Base hit his last time, is going to ground out here. So we do get another run that inning. A walk here for the second batter. Gets his 4th strikeout. And then a fly out, so he's still pitching well. Casas hits a solo home run, so our second home run on the day. Where was this offense in the last series? Nice if we had some guys on, but I will certainly not complain about getting home runs. That is for sure. Anel Martinez gets out, so we have a 3-0 lead now for Joey Cantillo. 1 out single, the strikeouts. Another single. He's at 91 pitches, so he's able to hold them there and get through 5 to able to get the decision. Thrown a lot of pitches though for 5 innings. Still 3-0, so he's at 97 pitches. We're gonna leave him in because it's a lefty, 2 lefties. Which you know, he does what he does best. He gets some 2 hits to him. Ben Joyce ready to come off the IL. I believe he threw like 1 pitch for us and then got hurt. Gets a second strikeout. He retires the side, so he strikes out the side, comes in. Really good return for him. Chase the Lauder grounds out. Casas flies out, so nothing happening for us. Ben Joyce at 14 pitches. They have a righty up, so we're going to give him 1 more batter. He does the same thing. 2 hits. Unfortunate. But let Armstrong pitch this inning. Double play, gets the runner to the 3rd, but gets us 2 outs. And he's able to get the hold, so good hold for him. Zana's going to strike out. Guybert's going to reach on an error from the pitcher. Angel Martinez is going to strike out. They have a new pitcher in, Sean Minaya. Stephen Kwan is going to pop out. And that is going to be it. So Sean Armstrong might just leave him in. We don't have really good luck right now with holding games. So far, now we do. Mizar is going to strike out. Chase the Lauder gets out. So now we're going to give Andrew Walters a chance to make up for his previous blown save. It's a ground out, and a 1-2-3 save. So he comes back from that last blown save. So he's now 7 of 8 on the year. So Bazana is back to being struggling. I think if we're trying to win games, we got to send him back down to AAA. Just can't do it yet. Unfortunate. Is there a 16-year-old? So those will bring Drew back up and let Rocchio have a spot back at second base for now. And then hopefully we get some wins against the Mets. We certainly need it. So we didn't change anything with the lineup. We're just gonna leave it how it lies. 1-2-3 first inning for Bubik. A leadoff single. So a really good start for us. Arias is gonna ground out, advancing runner to the 3rd. Jose is gonna hit a double, giving us a 1-0 lead. So maybe the Mets are just bad. Maybe that's what we can conclude here. Hard to really be able to tell because they are playing S and we are also bad. But we do get a run across in that first inning. Another 1-2-3 inning for them. Chase the Lauder pops out. Rocchio gets on base with a walk. Dylan Cruz hits to a fielder's choice. So he is going to be stealing and get caught stealing. Maybe don't be so slow. So fielder's choice gets in the 2nd. Strikeout swinging. Still no hits for them, just 1 walk. Cooper Angle is going to strike out looking. Juan with a 2nd hit today. Gets to steal the 2nd. Arias is going to move him to 3rd with 2 outs. For Jose, who's going to pop out. So we're still stuck at a run. Bubik is pitching well today. Another 1-2-3 inning. Manzardo leads off with a walk. Casas watches rain, I guess. There we go. So a fielder's choice is going to advance him the 2nd. With 1 out for Chase. who's going to pop out, or line out, I should say, to center field. Brian Rocchio is going to mash a 2-run home run. We'll certainly take that. Taking his second base spot back with vengeance. Dylan Cruz is going to get a walk. Oh, you know he's stealing both bases. If he's going to be on base, he's stealing every time. The rain has stopped. All right, so he's at 51 pitches still. Walks another batter. Get the strikeout. And that is it. So still no hits for him. 2 walks, though. So not a perfect game, but a no-hitter. Cooper Engel gets advanced to second with 1 out for Arias, who strikes out. Jose is going to pop out. Nothing happening for us that inning. It's a ground out. There's their first hit for the game. It's a strikeout. Still 3-0. Manzardo gets a walk here. Casas hits a 2-run home run. I think that's his second home run on the day. So now it's 5-0. Chase DeLauder gets a walk. Brian Rocchio is going to strike out. Dylan Cruz going to strike out. Cooper Engel is going to get a walk here. Juan is going to pop out there. So it's 5-0 now. Bubik is at 85 pitches. So we're going to hope that he's able to get through this 7th. Gives up a 2-out single. Another single. But he's able to work around that. So we'll take him out for the next inning. Arias is going to lead off with a single. Jose Ramirez is going to fly out. Alan Manzardo is going to strike out. And Tristan Casas is going to get a walk here. Chase DeLauder. Thought he had 1 hit today. I guess that was yesterday. He flies out, so he's 0 for 3. Chris Bubik, 7 innings, 2 walks, 8 strikeouts, no runs. Really productive outing for him, so we'd love to see that. We're into the 8th now, so Kate Smith is going to get the 8th inning here. Gives up a 2-out single, but that is it. Rocchio is going to lead off with a double. A back-to-back double, so now we have a 6-0 lead. Cooper Engel is going to strike out. Juan is going to ground out. And Arias is going to get out. So for the last inning, we're not worried about trying to push him for another inning. We're going to throw Bryce Elder out there and just let him throw the 9th because we're up 6. So he's able to pitch a scoreless inning. First win against second win. Those back-to-back wins, I believe. Yeah, 2 wins in a row against the Mets. So we are going for the sweep today. And I will say for this video, I'm just going to have the series against the Mets. So this will be a shorter one. Some guys chilling. All right, we're going to leave the line. We're going to stop messing with lineups every day. Just let the rotation kind of take hold. Maybe that's the key. 2-out double. A single, but he doesn't score the run. Infield single, I should say. And a wild pitch. Just stupid thing to have happen. So they take the 1-0 lead. Juan is going to strike out here. Arias is going to hit a single here. Infield hit that went 105 miles per hour. I guess that wasn't an error. Certainly looked like one. Jose is going to ground out, advancing a runner to second with 2 outs for Manzardo, who's going to pop out. That'd be a bit of a rough first inning, but a much better second inning. Chase DeLauder strikes out. On Hill strikes out. Kyber hits a double. Casas pops out. Still no runs for us. Leadoff single. Flyouts. A single. A strikeout. He manages to hold the lead there. So that is good for us. Clay Holmes, 3 strikeouts on the day. Lene Sosa grounds out. Juan strikes out. Arias hits a double here with 2 outs, bringing up Jose Ramirez. And he hits a double, so now the score is tied there. So we'd love to see that. Kyle Manzardo is going to leave the score tied at 1. So new life for us. And a 1-2-3 inning for Bybee. Chase DeLauder strikes out. Angel flies out, and Kybert is going to ground out. Still tied. 67 pitches. Walks to first batter. One out with the ground ball, advances in the second. We get a second out here, and we get a third out. So still tied at one. Casas is going to ground out. Lenny Sosa is going to fly out. And Stephen Kwan is going to hit a single here with 2 outs. Arias is going to be out as well. So Tanner Bibee at 81. We're going to hope that he gets through this inning quick. He does. Jose is going to get a single here with no outs. Manzardo is going to hit a single. Chase DeLauder, 0 for 2 on the day. We're going to give him the opportunity to strike out. That's unfortunate. Angel, also 0 for 2 on the day. We're going to give him the opportunity, and he's going to get a walk here to load the bases up for Kybert, who's been a little bit colder lately. He was on a bit of a heat streak when he came to us. I think his average is still pretty decent for us. 253, so lower than the Washington, but that was only in 7 games. And rolls into a double play. Fantastic opportunity for us to score, and unfortunately we did not. So walks the batter start out because of a single, so unfortunately he's not going to make it out of this inning for us. So we have several guys that are ready to go. So Taylor is up, then they have 2 switch hitters. So we're bringing Carson. Sack bunt gets him to third. So they get the lead here with the sacrifice fly. And that is it for them. Casas is going to fly out. Lenny Sosa is 0 for 2 on the day, so we're going to go ahead and bring in Brian Rocchio to pinch hit for him. Rocchio gets a walk here. Juan follows it up with a ground ball that advances him to second. Gabby Arias is going to hit a single here, so the pinch hit worked out well for us. Jose Ramirez is going to line out, leaving the game tied at 2. Carson is going to pitch this 8th inning here. He steals third, walks a batter. It was nice to have the lead, or have the game tied. So we're back down a run. AJ Minter is still in. Manzardo ties it up. An 87 exit velocity ball. He goes 405 feet. The physics on that don't really make sense, but hey, we will certainly take that. Chase DeLauder, 0 for 3 on the day, so we're going to go ahead and pinch hit for him with Dylan Cruz. See if it works out. It does not. Angel Martinez is going to strike out. Kybert is going to get out as well. Carson actually pitched pretty well. Did give up a run, but can't do much about that. So we're in the 9th now. He's at a 92% energy, so we're going to go ahead and let him pitch this inning. It's the first out, the second out, and the third out. So not a save opportunity. But if we can get someone on base, we don't. So we're going to let Andrew Walters pitch this. All right, gets the first out, gets the second out, walks the batter. All right, now we're going to be smart and take him out. And we're going to bring in Cade Smith. All right, the game is still tied here. So we have Kwan, good speed on second base. We have Arias here, who has 3 hits on the day. He gets walked here. Jose Ramirez is what he gets big bucks for. 3-run home run. There we go. So we come back from getting swept by the Diamondbacks to sweeping the Mets with a 3-run home run by Jose Ramirez. We'd love to see that. So a fantastic result. Thankfully, only 10 innings because we were going to run out of pitching, as is always a threat with extra innings. But who ended up, I think Cade Smith ended up getting the win. I guess Walters doesn't get anything, but productive start, no runs given up. Carson, he's been honestly pitching pretty decent for us, so we can't put him in a super high leverage situation. But Cade Smith, 2 for 7 on the year. It's funny, all his blown saves are just losses, but Yeah, he does get a win, I suppose. Which is not really what you want in a game. AJ Minter has a blown save as well. So we will certainly take that result. Jose Ramirez 3 for 5, two or a double, a home run, and an RBI. I guess 3 RBIs. So he had a really good game. Parker Messick is back up from his little stint at AAA. He only threw one game down there, but well, he had 6 walks. Yikes. Pretty diabolical, but that's gonna be it for this one. So I'm gonna end the video here. So hopefully you enjoyed, and I'll talk to you all in the next one. And that's gonna be it for the live stream. So talk to you all in the next one. Deuces.